difficulties here, so I'll try again. I don't know what happened with that previous live, but it just disconnected me. Facebook app is crazy at the moment. There's all sorts of flaws in it with the big update. So fingers crossed this will actually work. If you just got cut off, I do apologise. So if you're watching the rerun, obviously you'll see it from the beginning, but I need to wait just a couple of minutes for the live viewers to connect. So if you just got cut off, I do apologise. Hopefully you're back on again. So just going to wait for a few people to connect. Just finished drinking my cup of coffee. So it's just gone 6 p.m. here in the UK, so I'm not sure which time zones we'll be watching. I've got 3 lives that I actually want to do today, and I'm not really sure whether to just record all 3 back to back and just put them on my timeline. I know that people say you should space them out in a day, but I've never been one for following rules, and rules are there to be broken, right? Well, they are in my book anyway, so I think while I'm here and I've got everything in here, I'll probably do this live and then 2 more straight after, and then people can watch them in their own time. So I'm just going to just wait a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to make a start. So this live, I'm going to be talking about risk and why taking risk in business is beneficial to you. So I'm just going to wait just for a couple more seconds, and then I'll make a start. People can always watch it from the rerun. So thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate all of you. I can see some familiar faces and some newbies. So if you are watching and you're one of those silent watchers and you never leave a comment, I'd love you to get a bit more interactive and leave a comment in the comment box. If you connect with something that I'm saying, I would love you to give me some feedback, or if there's anything that you feel like you want to add to the live, because people will go back in and read the comments. So if you want to put anything, as long as it's obviously adding value and it's nothing disrespectful or offensive, because if it is, you'll get your ass blocked immediately from me. So always be positive and add value, nothing negative at all, and I'm more than happy for you to communicate on any of my posts. I welcome interaction. So today I just want to talk about risk. Now, a lot of people, when they think about joining a business, the people that have still got a negative mindset and are very sceptical will straight away be thinking it's risky, it's too risky, I'm going to lose my money, it's a scam, it's too much of a risk, I'm not going to make any money. And people just think about risk all the time, where with a positive mindset, people are thinking like it's an amazing opportunity, it's going to change my life, how much money am I going to make, how is it going to change my family's future, what can I provide from my family from this business. That's the difference between a negative mindset and a positive mindset. But I always try and simplify things because I work in a very simple way. I find it works for me, I find it helps when I pass this on to my team. So I just find that my lives are always very basic, but then it's easy for you to put this back out to your business. I probably would have made a very good primary school teacher thinking about it because it's so basic. But I try and make things easy for people to understand because it makes it easy for me to understand. So risk in life in general, there is risk no matter what you do. You know, when you buy a house, you trust that that architect and the builders have built it right. But we all know people that have had problems with their houses. When you buy a car, you're taking a risk. You hope that the manufacturers have built it right. You hope the garage has fixed it. But you can still have problems with your car. And, you know, you go for an operation, you put your... You trust the surgeon that you're going to come out and he's going to have fixed you or something's going to have gone, but it's still a risk. My point is everything in life is a risk. You know, when you drive your car, there is a risk you're going to have an accident in that car. When you cross the road, there is a risk that you're going to get hit by a car. My point is there's risks everywhere. But when you cross the road so you don't get hit by a car, what do? You look left, you look right. When the road is clear, you walk out. Why do children get hit in the road? Because they just run straight out, they don't look. And it's exactly the same in business. People that normally get scammed in a business is because they haven't done the homework first. If something's too good to be true, it's because it is. And if you've jumped into something that you think is going to make you like rich overnight, then, you know, you have been naive and you have to learn from your mistakes. But when I go back to like crossing the road, you're taking a risk every day by crossing the road. You have to make sure that road is clear. But you do it every day without thinking, don't you? You get in your car and you drive. You don't think, oh, am I going to have a car crash today? You just get in your car and away you go. And you know the reason why? It's because you're doing it every single day, that it becomes normality. You get in a plane, there's a risk it could crash, but do you think about it? No, because you just want to fly to your destination. You've got to start thinking about business in exactly the same way. You've got to think that if you get into a business and you join, you've got to stop worrying and thinking about the risks and what can go wrong. You have to start putting all of your time and energy into what can go right and how big an opportunity this can actually be. And the thing is when you join a franchise, it's a proven business model that works. People are already succeeding in it. So when you buy into a franchise, it's not a risk. It's only a risk if you actually don't put action into it and actually don't fully take action to then get those steps for you to understand the business, to get the momentum going, to then actually get some results. So when people say, oh, you can't make any money online, it's a scam, it's this, it's that, the people that say those things are people that have never actually given it their all. Because if you go into a business and you've picked the right business for you, you've joined like the right mentor, you're happy with who you want to work with, if you know that you're going to follow the instructions, learn what you need to do and put it into action, then you are going to get results. But the problem is with people is they just are so negative in their mindset. But there's no point in joining a business if you've got a negative mindset. You have to work on your self-development first. You have to get into a positive mindset up here, because once you're in a positive mindset, you don't see risk as risk. You see risk as like an adrenaline rush to think, oh yeah, there's a little bit of risk there, but sod it, I'm going to do it anyway. You push through that because you see the opportunities. Where if you've got a negative mindset, you're already thinking, oh, don't know whether I dare invest, don't know whether I dare do this. It's a negative mindset. You're holding yourself back. But if you actually start seeing things with a positive mind, you just have this surge of, you just sort of think, do you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to do it anyway. And it's that kind of attitude that you need to have. Doesn't matter whether you're male or female, young or old. You can still have that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be successful no matter what. But the thing is if you don't ever take that first step, then this is when you're never ever going to then progress forward. But, you've got to stop thinking about risk in a business, because you're risking things on a daily basis. But because you're doing it daily, you're not thinking about it, and you're teaching your children to, grow up to be the same, to be, independent, to be strong. So you have got to lead, and show your family, but you've also got to lead and show your team. If you're recruiting people into your business, you've got to be showing them from day one that they need to be leading with confidence. They need to stop thinking about things in like a negative mindset, because it's just going to hold you back. Because once you step outside your comfort zone, people think about this whole comfort zone conversation. They don't realise the impact comfort zone has. When people are in their comfort zone, they're actually normally not very happy people. They're stuck in this rut where they have the same sort of routine, they're earning the same kind of money, they're not particularly happy, but they're not doing anything about it. But that small amount of where you're uncomfortable by stepping out of your comfort zone, the other side of the comfort zone is just, it's like walking into a whole new world. But if you never actually take that risk and step out of your comfort zone, you're never going to realise what your life can actually be like at the other side. And if I'd have never stepped out of my comfort zone, I would still be having anxiety attacks today. I would still be suffering from anxiety daily. But the thing is by stepping out of my comfort zone and doing these lives, by being my own boss and having to boss up and just get on with it, I've had to just get on with it. And you need to have a bit more of an attitude about that. You need to stop sort of having, the sob story. People come to me all the time, they say, oh, I got scammed in business, oh, I lost loads of money. But people have failed relationships, they get divorced, they split up. Do they never ever look at another person ever again and never get into a relationship? Of course they do. You know, you're hurt, you heal, and then you move on. And in business, it's the same. If you got scammed, you lost your money, you failed in business, close the door today and just move on from it. You can go into the next relationship with somebody and it be absolutely amazing. You can go into the next business and it can be absolutely amazing. And then you'll look back on your past and think, why did I even worry about it for so long? But if you stay in your comfort zone, you're just going to dwell on your past and you're never going to look forward to see how your future can be completely different. But this is why so many people come to me and they're so stuck in a rut in their life and they say that they want to earn more money or they want to leave their job. They'll talk to me and then they'll go quiet and they'll disappear off again. And I'm thinking, it's fine if you don't want to join my business, but I know full well 12 months from now, there's still going to be that unhappy person that's still living the life that they don't want. But I'm hoping that by people like me and lots of others on Facebook are showing people that it can be very achievable for just normal people like me. You know, that you can, as long as you actually take that first step and you join a business, but then you've got to learn it, put it into practice. And, you know, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling anxious in a business, the chances are is what you're doing is you're learning everything, but then you're not taking action with actually what you've learnt. So it becomes like information overload in your head and you're like, oh my God, and you feel like you're just literally going to explode because what you've been doing is you've been learning. Then you get this, what I call compare-itis, where you're scrolling through Facebook and thinking, well, they're earning more money, they're really popular, they've got loads of likes, they've got loads of friends, they drive a fast car, they've got a big house. You get so overwhelmed with comparing yourself that then you start going back into your comfort zone again. You're thinking, oh, I don't do a live, people are going to judge me. Oh, I don't post that because people might not like it. You've got to step out of that. You've got to stop worrying what people are going to think, because at the other side of like that fear, you're going to have people that are going to respect to see your hustle and see your change. They're going to watch you. They're going to see how you've posted on Facebook. They're going to look at how you're progressing. And it's those kind of people that will buy into you because they've seen your change. And I can speak from experience because I've got people coming out of the woodwork that I haven't spoken to in like years, some are in months. And they're like, oh my God, Sarah, you're so different. Like, what have you been doing? You're a completely different person. And it makes me go all like warm inside, because I think, wow, sometimes you forget how far you've come until people that have been following you and watching you comment to see how much you've grown. And then that actually gives you a really lovely boost of confidence of thinking like, wow, yeah, actually I should be proud of myself, I have come far. So don't be so hard on yourself. You know, people are their own worst critic and we all do it. But you have to remember that every time you get and you do a live, every time you do a post, if you're doing anything that's publicly putting yourself out there, you need to start praising yourself, because you've stepped out of your comfort zone, you've done something, and you should reward yourself for it. So, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. And the thing is when you're new in business and you don't have, say, like a big following or a big audience, it's going to feel like you're putting an awful lot of effort in for very little gain to start with. And this is where most people give up too soon. When you first join a business, you've obviously got to learn enough about the business. You got to know how to like market yourself and brand yourself. You got to know sort of what content to post to get interaction. And obviously then you got to build up your audience. Now this doesn't happen overnight. You're talking, say, like, you know, weeks, but it depends how many hours a day you put into it. You can condense it down. But to start with, you're only going to get a few likes on your post. To start with, you're only going to get a few people watching your videos. And what people do is they get disheartened and think, oh, nobody's going to buy from me. No one's going to watch my lives. No one's commenting on my posts. I'm not going to do it anymore. But that's the worst thing you can do. What you should do is completely forget about anybody that's watching you and just concentrate on doing your lives daily, like one live a day. Do it daily, because you're going to be growing in confidence by getting in front of the camera. And if there's nobody really watching your page, then you don't have to be nervous, because you think, well, not many people are watching me anyway. But by you putting yourself out on Facebook, I can guarantee after like a week of lives, 2 weeks of lives, a month of lives, you're going to be completely different in your confidence. And I'm speaking from experience. But as long as you know that your content is quality, again, don't focus so much on, as a newbie, of not having many likes, because once your content's there, it's there to stay. Then once you start to build up your audience and you start to get people coming into your page, it's amazing if somebody likes you and likes your content, they will scroll back really, really, really far. I mean, I have people popping up on my notifications that have liked a post from so far back. They're liking photographs from like 2010, and I'm thinking, oh my God, they've scrolled right back on my Facebook. But it means they're intrigued to find out more about you. So if you can stack your Facebook with loads and loads of content for days, first of all, then when the right eyes start to come onto your page and then they start to look back, they're going to think, oh, they've been doing this for ages. Because if you're posting regularly and you're doing it consistently 7 days a week, that is going to be a lot of content. It's like literally like writing a book. You're going to have post after post after post, but they're going to admire you so much more because they're going to think, wow, look at all this quality content. Then they're going to think, if they're doing this for free, wow, how good would it be to join this person? They're going to be great as like a leader. They're going to be great as my mentor. They're going to teach me loads. They see the difference. So you got to stop comparing to getting how many likes on your videos and your content now, and just concentrate on becoming a better person, growing in your self-development. And if you're unsure what to do in a live, you don't know what to talk about, think about your business, think about what niche you're in, but there's loads of things you can talk about. Talk about why you started the business, talk about the benefits of what the business can do, talk about your change, what do you want to achieve from the business, what are you looking to get out of it. It doesn't have to be anything to do with money. Try and lead with value and benefits. Then you can talk about how you want it to change your lifestyle. You can talk about things you're looking forward to doing once you've achieved a certain thing in your business. You know, there's loads of things you can talk about. So if you say that you don't know what to talk about in your videos, you can talk about your why, you can talk about your passion, you can talk about your struggles, but only your struggles once you've overcome them. No one wants to think that you're struggling now. They want to join you because you're strong and you're going to influence them. If you're having a mini meltdown in your life, then don't be talking about it on Facebook. Keep it behind closed doors. But when you've overcome it, you can talk about the pains and struggles that you've been through, and then how you've overcome them and how you can help other people going forward. That's then when people are inspired by you and your story, and they're thinking, wow, this is why I talk about my anxieties. I've only talked about them since I've overcome them. If I was still having panic attacks now, I definitely wouldn't be talking about them because it's going to make you start to have panic attacks. So I'm only talking about that now because I've overcome them. But you can share your struggles and talk about them on Facebook, because people are going to watch your story and think, wow, you know, she used to struggle, now look at her. People are going to be inspired by you. You know, if you talk about your weight, if you talk about your confidence, if you talk about like law of attraction, whatever floats your boat, if you're talking about cryptocurrency, educational courses, it doesn't matter what niche or market you're in. Everybody can be providing value on these lives, and you can get your story across. People talk about how they can see my passion and my momentum and my drive. You'd never see that from a photo. You can't really get it from a post in text, but you can get it from talking on a video. And this is why I say to people, get comfortable getting in front of the camera, because this is when your brand and your personality shines through. They can really connect. They hear your voice. People always like comment about my English accent, but it's little things that they remember you by. So if you've got like little quirks, little personality things that people remember you by, then they're going to warm to you a lot more because they see you as like a human being. And you've got to think about TV. You know, you have certain characters on TV that you like. They could be lovely people or they could be horrible people, but you are connecting to certain characters in TVs or certain movies, or, you know, someone that presents on a TV program. We all have people we like and connect to for a reason. So there's going to be people that like and connect you on your lives. So this is why you need to be doing them daily, because they're almost turning up to your reality TV show. So they want to be seeing what you're doing daily in your business, but they also want to get to know you behind the scenes. This is why like reality TV programs are so popular on the TV, because we don't want to see them reading from a script. We want to see them raw. We want to see the good times and like the bad. You know, when you overcome a struggle, talk about it, because you inspire other people, because there's loads of people in the world that will be having the same struggles that you have. So as long as you talk about them once you've got past it, you can then help people overcome theirs as well, and then they will warm to you and connect with you because of that. So this is why with your Facebook profile, don't just think all about business. You can bring your personality, your lifestyle, everything into your Facebook profile. But this is why you can still run a business from your personal Facebook page as opposed to your business Facebook page, because you can connect everything together. Because remember, you're branding yourself, so don't be too worried about having a business Facebook page, because you can have that later on by transferring. You can actually transfer the whole of your personal Facebook profile. You can actually duplicate it and put it into a business profile literally by clicking a few buttons. So there's other options of things to build for business page, but to start with, you'll get far more interaction on a personal page. So just concentrate on growing yourself. You've got to stop thinking about risks, step out your comfort zone, and I can assure you, as long as you do this 7 days a week, you know, even if it's just an hour on a weekend because you're busy, I fully get that, but you still have to be consistent every single day, because the weekends is when people are on Facebook, and if you slack off, they're going to see all their newsfeed with your competitors instead of you. So you have to start to think to yourself, you might be out for the day, you might be with your family and friends, but share it. So share more of your personal things on a weekend and maybe do more business things during the week. But if you're out and about, still share it on your Facebook so that you're in people's news feeds, because if not, other people are going to be there, and out of sight, out of mind. So you need to make sure that people are seeing you every single day, because that's what builds up the momentum. So thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. I know it's been quite a long live, but as always, I just go off on one and talk about all sorts of things. So I do appreciate if you've stayed till the end, and I'm going to be doing another live later on today that's going to be talking about another subject. So look out for that. Have a great weekend. Bye.